Hearing from Shamika Ellis, a dedicated case manager at the University of Maryland, College Park. Mika's work is driven by an unwavering commitment to student advocacy and well-being, and her journey in this field is both deeply personal and profoundly impactful. With a foundation in ethical professional practice, student support, and organizational leadership, Mika has worked to bridge the gaps between survivors, perpetrators, and the systems designed to provide accountability and healing. She understands firsthand how personal experiences shape professional purpose and how purpose in turn fuels resilience, empathy, and change. Mika has transformed her experiences into action, creating safer, more informed, and more responsive campus communities. Today, she'll share her insights on navigating these challenges and deeply meaningful work, while also inviting us all to reflect on our why and how they guide us in serving students. Please join me in welcoming Mika.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Or as I like to say, good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Good deal. I am so excited and honored to talk about something I hold very close to my heart. My journey, my identities, and what it means to navigate this world as a Black woman, first generation college graduate, former foster youth, and working professional. However, before we get to my chat with you, has anyone ever struggled like they were struggling to juggle several different versions of themselves? No? Raise your hand. No? You struggling? No? Just me? Oh, okay, cool. All right, so let me give you some background on me to set the stage, pun intended, because we're on stage. Oh, wait, where's my... I clicked it. There we go. Little Mika. I was cute. I had no teeth. I grew up in the foster care system after being taken away from my biological mother due to her struggles with mental illness, which, to be honest, is a traumatic story for a different day. I was adopted out of the foster care system, but was placed back in the system due to abuse, where I aged out at 18. And let me tell y'all, there is nothing like learning that family isn't defined by the DNA you share. It's about who shows up for you, gives you those gentle pushes, and teaches you how to fold a fitted sheet. And side note, I still do not know how to fold a fitted sheet, so if you wanna give me a tutorial, I'll gladly pay you in mac and cheese. My identities have shaped and continue to shape how I show up. I am Black, that's with a capital B, a woman, and a foster care alumna. Each identity brings its own set of blessings and challenges. And when you combine them, life gets, I'll say, interesting. That's me in college. I was still cute. It's great. Obviously, I graduated from college. And so now that I'm done with undergrad, I can say that college was truly an adventure. And by adventure, I really mean a chaotic ride through Jurassic Park with no driver and one seatbelt that may or may not work. One of the hardest lessons that I've had to learn is what I like to call when the checks stop coming. You see, my transition out of foster care and into higher education meant trying to figure out how to support myself financially, emotionally, and academically all at once. My last foster family was amazing. I love them. I still talk to them to this day. But when I came home one weekend to do laundry and get ready for my spring break trip to Daytona Beach, Florida, I was greeted with changed locks and the message that now that they weren't getting money from me, I was in a position to take care of myself. And for context, as a foster family, the family gets money or a stipend to support the additional income of taking care of another person in the household. So it was at that moment I realized that I was truly on my own. I had no safety net, no one to help me when times got rough, just me, some 10-cent packs of ramen, and a lot of determination. I questioned, what am I doing here? Did I even belong? I contemplated dropping out a few times and was almost academically dismissed. But as I pushed through college, I knew that I wanted more than just a degree. I wanted to create change. I didn't just want to survive my experiences. I wanted to ensure that others didn't have to navigate these challenges alone. And I refer to this picture quite a bit because the ladies in this picture really pushed me through, gave me the support, gentle nudges, even when I was being stubborn as a bull. So I'm always grateful to this group of ladies here. That desire alone led me into student affairs, where I now have the opportunity to support students facing the very struggles that I once did. Fast forward several years, and I'm still cute. And I got more hair. Fast forward several years, and now I'm working to support students experiencing similar challenges, and then some. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it is really, truly a full circle moment. Now, to be honest, one would think that having a lived experience with foster care, among other traumas, would make the work easier. But let me tell y'all, it ain't at all. It's one thing to survive the struggle, but it's another to watch others go through it and not experience PTSD. I've had to work really hard to establish emotional boundaries, remind myself that it's not about me, and keep my therapist close and my faith closer. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned is that resilience will only take me so far. How often can we be told, you are so strong, before we wonder, when will I get a break? I'm tired, my tired is tired. Strength is great, but so is self-care. And we all know burnout is real. Many wise people have told me that we can't pour from an empty cup. I'll take it a step further and say we should give people our overflow from that cup. Then we have to think about the question of identity. Foster who? What does that even mean to be a foster youth in higher education? What does it mean to be Black? What does it mean to be a Black woman, especially in this day and time? Sometimes I feel we exist in a space where people either overemphasize our past or completely ignore it. And to be honest, neither is helpful. And let's not forget foster care because we're never just one thing. We bring our identities into every space we occupy. Some are more salient than others. Most people will see that I'm a Black woman before they know that I'm a foster youth. Like I said before, I'm Black with a capital B, a woman, a foster alumna, a higher education professional, and soon to be doctor. Thank you. All of these identities intersect, and how they show up can make navigating the world a complex experience. Representation matters as a Black woman working at a historically white institution. According to 2020 data from the College and University Professional Association for Human Resources, and I know that's a mouthful, only 7.9% of administrators in higher education are Black. To be honest, the intersection of being a foster alumna, Black woman, and a higher education professional proves to be pretty complicated at times. There is a sense of pressure to perform at a high level to prove that I'm not a statistic and deserve to be in the spaces I occupy. But I'm unsure if it's because I'm Black, a woman, a Foster alumna, or a combination of the three. Now, I'm a huge fan of the 3 points in a lesson is yours, courtesy of my pastor. So 3 points, and it's really 6. The lessons I've learned is the past doesn't define me. My experience in foster care shapes how I show up, but it does not define my worth. Advocacy. Speaking up for myself and others with similar experiences is what drives change. And balance is the name of the game. Navigating my intersecting identities in various spaces means there are times when I need to push through a bit, and there are times when I just need to rest. Self-care isn't selfish, and we all have heard this before. Self-care isn't selfish, it's survival. So, what do we as higher education professionals do next? How do we support foster youth and their intersecting identities as well as ourselves? 1, advocate for better policies. Now, this could be an entire presentation all on its own, but institutions must improve for foster youth. Streamlining processes from financial aid to housing is an amazing, great start. 2, create safe and affirming spaces. Foster youth need spaces where all of their identities are acknowledged and supported. And lastly, practice self-care and community care. Supporting foster youth means that we need to ensure that we also care for ourselves. And you all have said this before, I know you have. We always tell our students, we cannot support others if we are burnt out. So make sure that we are checking in on each other, but it's important to prioritize your well-being first. At the end of the day, my story is just one of many. The foster system may shape us, but it does not define us. Our identities are layered, complex, and valid. While I've been told I'm resilient, I know that resilience isn't just about pushing through. It's about being supported, seen, and valued. So I'll leave you with this. Be the person that sees others fully. Be the person that creates space for those who feel invisible. Above all, remember that representation matters, but so does action. So, what will you do next? Thank you.